Mate. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, guys. How are you? Hi, Monica. How are you? Oh, your audio is connecting. Hello, Lisa. You're connected. This is my big head.
Yeah, then
Hi, Jennifer. How are you? Oh. What are you guys doing? Now,
look at that.
Trying to move my cat.
well, they're invited too. If you ask Danica, cats are definitely invited to all the classes. How's it going? How's everybody feeling?
Oh, what are you doing? See the kitties over there waiting.
We can't.
Okay.
Where's Steven?
He's in bed.
He should be doing yoga with you.
Hi, guys. Hi, Sierra. How are you?
Ayla.
Hi, cutie. Hi. Hi, Sierra. Oh, that's a cool chair you got there, kiddo. Oh, hi, Finn. Hi, Giza. Hi, Frida. Hi, Simon.
Look, another baby's here.
Oh, yay, baby.
We're waiting for just a second because I think I made it so like people have to go through a waiting room, which is silly, but we're just gonna have just 1 second of saying hi and getting to know each other, and then I'll move back. But I might run up here in a second just to let somebody in. How is everybody?
Good.
Good. That's good. Good. Frida, how are you? I see your little face there.
Yeah, Frida's walking.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
And clicking randomly on the left.
That's also okay. All right, guys. We have like not a super serious, but a very nice, gentle yoga. And it's family yoga, so I brought my family, and Moo's here too. So we got that going on for us. I have some music playing too, so if that bothers anybody, you let me know. I haven't done that before. So, this. So I've been doing some classes, and I'm happy to like see everybody joining, and Simon and the kids and everything. And if you haven't seen this book yet, it's amazing. So I think a lot of yoga people are also reading out of this, and other people reading out of this. But this is a super super nice book. So I'm going to read one page, which is like 20 words, and it's very very serious. But it's a really really good book. It'll make you cry in a nice way. It's The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. So I'm going to read this one page here, and it says, "I've learned how to be present." "How?" asked the boy. "I find a quiet spot and shut my eyes and breathe." "That's good. And then?" "And then I focus." "What do you focus on?" "Cake." "Cake," said the mole. So that should be the spirit of our yoga flow today. We can find a spot, be present, and breathe, and focus on cake. So here we go. Can't go wrong with it, right? All right. So we're gonna have a seat on the mat, so you can sit either with cross leg, or you can sit on your heels, however feels good for you. I'm sitting on my heels because I have to project and I want to be big. So we're gonna come to seated wherever you happen to be. This is gonna be the most serious part of the whole thing. So we just want to just center ourselves, just be there for 1 second, just feel your breath. And then we can do what's either called just deep breathing or balloon breathing. So we're going to start breathing in through our nose and out through our mouth. In through our nose, expanding our ribs and our lungs, and out through the mouth. And it's totally okay to make noises when you breathe out of your mouth. So try again. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Good. So you just want to stay connected to your breath. So it's not going to be a very serious practice, but we still want to stay connected with our breath and our body, and moving with breath and body and mind. So take a few more of those breaths. Just feel your breath coming in and out of your body. Don't have to be completely still. I know that's impossible for some of us. Good. You can close your eyes, and then if you'd like to open them, Just slightly keeping a soft gaze. We're going to start by making circles with our spine. So if you're in a seated or you're on your knees, whichever is fine for you. You might be more secure in a cross-legged position. And then we're going to start just clockwise circles with our spines. You can keep your eyes closed if you'd like, if that brings extra peace for you. Just painting big circles with our spines. All right, the other way, painting big circles with our spines, other way. Anti-clockwise, as they say here. Good. Back to center. Close your eyes. Take 2 more breaths. No. Try. 1 more. Good. All right. Owl neck warm up. So if you want to be an owl, you got to move the neck, right? So move to the right side, just keeping your gaze just straight up, just turning to the right. And then center. Inhale. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. All right, this owl is doing some crazy things with his neck. So now we're going to just do ear to shoulder. So right ear to right shoulder. Inhale, being tall. And exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Center. Other side, right ear, right shoulder. Center. Left ear. Center. Really good. Okay. Now just 1 more neck warm up. You can make owl noises if you want. Chin to chest, looking up at the right shoulder on your inhale. Exhale, center and down. Inhale, up left shoulder. Exhale, down. 1 more time. Inhale, up right shoulder. Exhale, down. Inhale, up left shoulder. Exhale, down. Good. Lift your head. Sitting tall still. Long spine. Good. Still breathing. Warming up. Good. All right. A couple rainbows. So you can choose your favorite colors or all the colors. I like all the colors. I'm just that way. So ready for your rainbows or chicken rainbows? All right. We're going to bring our hands all the way to the side and paint giant rainbows. Really stretch, stretch, stretch. Feel your shoulder blades pulling apart. If you work at the computer, you might feel the stretching your shoulder blades in between. Back up the other way. Inhale. Exhale. Paint a big, big rainbow. Inhale. Exhale. Apparently we're painting chicken rainbows because we have a lot of tension. 1 more each side. Exhale. Inhale up. And exhale down. And bring your hands back to center. And we're going to work on the wrists a little bit. So we're working down the body. So bring your hands up. Big stop signs for me. And then if it's comfortable for you, you can pull back on the right fingers a little bit. And hold it there for a couple seconds because we want it to have your wrist given. Initially, we're going to push against it, but if you let it just relax a little bit, you might feel a little bit of bend in there. Keep breathing. Switch to other side. Stop signs, other side, left hand. You can pull back on the fingers if you'd like. Big stretch. Good. All right, take those stop sign hands, turn them down so you can see the back of your hands in the front and pulling down on the fingers. And don't forget cake, guys. Be present in the moment. Focus on cake. And other side. Do I get the cake? You do get cake. You made the cake. Good, keep breathing. All right, hands down, relax in your lap so arms tend to get sore, but that's part of it, right? So that's what we want to do. All right, inhale, reaching up, like really extending your spine, reaching. Interlace your fingers, and then begin to sway from side to side like you're big grass in the wind, yeah? So exhale, other side, inhale up. Just kind of dancing in the wind, bending from side to side. No need to make big movements yet. All right. back to center. Release your arms. Very good. We're going to start sweeping the floor in front of us. So like our rainbows, but on the floor. So rainbow in front of us, around to the other side. Reaching from right to left and left to right. Inhale when you get to the side. Exhale when you're reaching in front of you. Inhale when you get to the side. And exhale, reaching in front of you on your own breath. Might be faster or slower. Doesn't have to be the same as your neighbor or your baby. Good. Last one, when you're on the left side, stay there. And then you're going to lengthen your spine, leave your hands planted next to your left thigh, and extend your spine, head reaching towards the ceiling. Little twist here. Try to see if you can keep both of your bottom cheeks on the ground. So your bottom is firmly planted on the ground. All right, sweeping towards the other side, towards the right side. Let me see if you can keep your bottom on the ground, both cheeks on the ground. Reaching up high. Breathing. Right back to center and release. Maybe you can already feel a little bit of length in your spine, a little bit of looseness in the sides. And then we're going to start to do a little bit more full body movement. So we're going to come forward on our hands and knees into tabletop. So our wrists are under our shoulders. We're on top, our hips are on top of our knees. So we look like a little table. That's why it's called tabletop. It would be the best table we can be. And then we're going to start to go through some cat-cow, which some of you guys might know, or angry cat, happy cat, as I will refer to it today. So angry cat, round your spine, head goes down. Inhale, happy cat, head lifts, belly lifts. Exhale, angry cat, round the spine. You can make a hissing sound, totally fine. Inhale, happy cat, purr, purr, purr. Lifting the head. One more. Angry cat, exhale. Inhale, happy cat. Alright, back to neutral. Alright, we're going to play around a little bit with some bird dog. So send your right leg back. So you're in tabletop, your right leg is just shooting back and you're just feeling, what does that feel like to be a three-legged table? And then you realize why we don't make three-legged tables. And then you think, what if we made a two-legged table? So reach your left arm forward, and now you have a two-legged table. And hold it there, belly coming in. If you'd like, you can bring them together, see what that feels like. And then when you extend, you can try it one more time if you'd like, bringing your elbow and your knee together and extending. And then placing your hands back down, back to tabletop. Yeah, it's much better being a four-legged table, but we didn't sign up to be normal, right? So send your left leg back, three-legged table. Inhale, right arm forward. And then if you'd like, take yourself through a couple little knee-elbow meetings there. Not Zoom meetings. They're not keeping distance. Inhale, exhale, bring them together. Inhale out. And back to tabletop. All right, so we're gonna slide our hands forward from this position. I'm gonna scoot back just a little so you can see me, but you can stay where you are. We're sliding our hands forward, our tushies in the air, and this is puppy pose. So we're gonna just send our hips up, our hands are down, our head can be down on the ground. You can wag your tail if you like. It's actually really nice. Very nice tail wagging to loosen up the hips if you want. Take a little rest and breathe. Okay. All right, coming back up to tabletop. Nice strong table. We're gonna just lift our knees about 2 inches off the ground. So we're pressing our toes into the mat, lifting our knees, engaging our tummies, and then lower your knees again. Again, so trying not to round our spine too much. So engaging our tummies, lifting the knees. Nice. And back down. Really good. Okay, so this time we're going to lift the knees and we're going to send our hips as high as they can go to down dog. So sending our hips way high. So this is dog pose. So again, your hips are as high as they can be. Our hands are spread. Your head can relax. Your legs might be straight or they might be bent. Either is okay. And then we can take our dog for a walk. So you can bend the right leg Bend the left leg. Just walking that puppy. You can again shake the tail. I feel like I have to bark, but there's plenty of down dogs. Don't worry, you'll get it in there. Good. One more walk. Find stillness. Good. Then walk your feet towards your hands. And from here, we're going into elephant. This is a very sophisticated yoga pose where you just stay bent forward. And then you can move your arms around, like kind of in those half circles that we were doing before, like an elephant trunk. And if you'd like, you can make an elephant noise. Sorry. Very serious. All right, elephant trunk, just loosening up the spine. Let your head hang. We don't do that very much. All right, let that elephant come to stillness. And begin to roll up. See how slowly you can roll up to standing. And when you get to the top, you can stand with a tall posture in mountain pose. So palms facing forward, posture tall. Good. Take a couple breaths here. All right, on your inhale, reach your arms up. You can look at your hands. Exhale, fold forward. Real slow with control. Inhale, you're lifting up just a little bit, maybe on your tippy fingers here. And exhale, fold deep. Let your head loose. All right, from here you can step back to down dog, or you can go through a vinyasa if you know what that is. So that's up to you. So you can step back or you can go through your full vinyasa here. There will be some other choices if you want. Good. All right, we'll meet in down dog. This is dog pose. I'm wagging my tail. Woo. All right. From here, we're going to lift our right leg up if you can. If you can't, you just stay here and you follow along after that. So lift your right leg up. This is a three-legged puppy. You stretch your right leg out. Good, giving it a long spine. Your hips are still high. Your right hip is not coming up too much. Level hips. So inhale, extend it, and then exhale, bring that foot through. So you're going to step your right foot next to your right hand. Good. And from here, you can either leave your back leg lifted, or you can place it down on the ground. So that's up to you. If you have a pillow nearby, you might want to put it under your knee, or you can go grab one because I didn't give you fair warning. So it's up to you. So either lift it or not. So you're at the top here in low lunge, and then we're going to open up from our left hand, opens up, reaches up high, a twist here. You can look up at your hand or down at your foot, whatever is more comfortable for you, and take a deep inhale and exhale. Bring your left arm down, switching to the other side, raising your right hand up, turning your chest open towards the ceiling. Active fingers. You can even make them twinkle if you'd like. I do like. Good. This time when we bring our right hand down, we're going to bring it inside our right foot. And our right foot is going to heel toe out towards the edge of the mat. So our right foot is outside of both of our hands, and our right leg is out. Here you can, again, you have the option to lower the knee if you'd like. Otherwise, you can just come straight into lizard pose. So that's either on the hands just like this, feeling a stretch inside, or coming down onto your forearms, maybe if you'd like a bit of a deeper stretch, whatever you'd like to do. Just feel a nice stretch inside that right groin in this pose. I don't know how nice a lizard makes. I'm taking submissions for lizard sounds. I don't know what that. Maybe George has an idea. Good. One more big breath. Inhale. Exhale. All right, we're going to heel toe that foot back into the center. Right hand comes on the outside, so just the same pose that we were before. And then we're going to send our hips and our bums back to a half split. So we're sending our hips back. Our right leg is going straight. The toes are going up. And you can kind of just fold over like one-legged fold here in these half splits. Sometimes it feels good to point or flex. I think flexing, you feel it in your hamstrings a bit more. Good, breathe. She's like literally licking her foot. All right, rolling forward, low lunge. And then on our inhale, we're gonna rise up to high lunge. So lifting the back leg off the ground if you haven't before, arms come up, big lift, strong belly in, not just dumping everything into the back, right? Belly in, big, strong fingers high, active fingers. Good. Plant your hands and step back to down dog. I have a go. You have the best down dog. Again, you can wag your tail, walk your legs, whatever it is you want to do here. Feeling a nice stretch in those hamstrings behind the knees. On your inhale, you can float your left leg up for a three-legged dog. Good. Heel pointed towards the back of the room. Inhale to extend, really making your spine long. Exhale, bringing the left foot next to the left hand. Putting your knee on the ground or leaving it lifted, up to you. Right, taking a breath here. Good. All right, opening up with our right arm. Chest open. Good. Active fingers, nice twinkling fingers, very good. Very good. All right, planting the hand back down, switching towards the other side, left arm on an inhale, floats up, twinkling fingers. Good. This time when the left arm comes down, we're heel toe the left foot out for lizard. So both the hands inside, left foot on the outside. And from here you can either come down if you'd like, or you can take another variation as long as you can feel the stretch inside that left knee. You also have the option to roll on the outside of the foot. That's also okay if you need a bit more space there. Some people's favorite pose, some people's least favorite pose, but you can definitely make lizard sounds. No, I don't hear hardly any lizards. All right, coming back up, heel toe your foot back inside with your left hand on the outside, right hand on the inside, and then we're gonna place our right knee down and send our hips back for a half split. So we're just rolling back, leg is straight, toes pointed towards your face maybe. Good, feeling a nice long stretch. Good. Breathing. All right, rolling forward, back to the location that we were before, lifting the right knee off the ground, and on your inhale, sending your hands up high, your arms up high, fingers, make them sparkle, make them shine. Big breath here, high lunge. Good. Planting your hands, going back to down dog. Just one breath here. Just feeling it, feeling your body, feeling your puppy pose, which is not a puppy pose, but a dog pose. From here, don't freak, we're just gonna do it once. We're gonna roll forward so our arms are over our wrists. So we're making a long plank here. And then you can just either lay down on your tummy or you can lower down very slowly. So that's up to you. But you're gonna lay down on your tummy if you get there fast or slow. Good. And then on an inhale, we're going to come up to a mini cobra. So that's just like bringing your head and your shoulders open. So not even really using your hands, but just kind of like coming up. And it's definitely okay to make sounds for this cobra. Exhale down. We're going to try 2 more times. Inhale, maybe a little bit higher. Down again. Exhale. Inhale, 1 more. Maybe come up for as much as you want to come up for this time. This will be the last one. Inhale. And back down. Good. Tuck the toes and come on back to downward dog. However you'd like to come back, either through tabletop or straight up and back, however it is you'd like to go. Good. All right. On our inhale, we're going to walk our hands towards our feet again. So walk, 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 walk. We're going to inhale, half lift, so your tippy fingers, and exhale, fold. Feel nice, good deep fold here. All right, on our inhale, our arms are going to come up and we're going to sit back in our chair. So our chest is going to lift and we're sitting back just in our chair. Your feet can be together. They can also be apart. Also totally fine if they're hip width apart, but you're sitting in this like really cool chair. Just pretend it's like Game of Thrones chair or something. And just like, but you can't actually sit in it, so it's like a museum, I guess. which is close. But anyway, yeah, I know I'm talking through chair. That's part of it. This is part of the pose. All right, inhale. We're gonna stand our hands up, arms up straight, and stand up. And on our exhale, we're gonna twist towards the right and sit back in our chair. And then on our inhale, we're gonna come back up again towards the center. And then on our exhale, we're gonna twist and sit back in our chair. And then inhale back up to center. And exhale, twist to our chair. There's gonna be one more. Cool twist, cool chairs. Inhale up. And exhale, twist. This is gonna be the last one. Inhale up, long spine, long hands, looking up. And exhale, fold, release. Give yourself a good shake here. You can go back to your elephant if you'd like. Give yourself a good, or you can go to ragdoll, holding opposite elbows, swaying from side to side. Good. All right, we're going to release the hands. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands and either step back to down dog or you can go through your vinyasa if you'd like, if you want to try. So we're going to be in plank. Inhale, push the mat away. Exhale, going down either all the way to cobra or to up dog. So little cobra again. And then downward dog. Good. All right, same thing as last time. Right leg up and back. Exhale, bring the right leg forward. So again, low or high lunge, it's up to you. If you're in low lunge, and if you're in high lunge, you're gonna send your arms up, straight up. And again, similar thing to chair. We got a lot of twisting in this one, so I'm really trying to work the midline here. So inhale, high fingers. Exhale, twisting towards the right. Inhale up. Exhale, right still. Sorry, straight to right side. There's no animal noises for this either. Inhale up, one more. Exhale, twist towards the right. Inhale up. Exhale, plant your hands. Either go through your vinyasa or step back to downward dog. All right, take a breath here. Inhale, left leg, backing up. Three-legged dog, wag that tail. Left hip is not coming up, right? So even hips. You might need to send that down. All right, exhale, bring the left hip, left foot through next to the left hand. Knee can go down or can stay up to you. Inhale, hands up, reaching towards the ceiling. Exhale, twisting towards that leg to the left side, okay? Inhale, reaching up, just feel this flow, right? Feel it going through your body. Exhale, twist. Making big circles, sweeping up. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Whoa. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, planting your hands, stepping back. Down dog or go through your vinyasa here. Good. I hear hardly any dog noises, but that's okay. Perfect. I don't know who that was. That was amazing. Can I hear dog noise? Good. All right. We're still in dog pose. Doing great. All right. We're going to walk our hands to our feet. Feet to our hands one more time. This time we're going to take our wrists, our hands, and put them underneath our feet. So we're standing on our own hands. You can bend your knees for this. This is called gorilla pose, and it's so you can massage your wrists. Sometimes the wrists get a little bit sore when we're doing all this yoga, and you can give yourself a little massage with your toes in the wrist crease. And you can make gorilla noises. Hey, how does the gorilla? Yeah, we need help.
Yeah, no.
Okay, release the wrists. Give your hands a little shake. Good. All right, begin to roll up again very slowly, not getting any head rushes. Good. All right, hello. Okay, we're going to do a couple fun balances. Promise they're fun. So my first favorite one, all ages balance, is tree. So on our inhale, we're going to bring our arms up, look at our hands, and exhale, bring the hands to your chest. We're going to place the weight in our left foot And then raise the right foot either so it's against our calves or above the knee, but not on the knee. So it can be resting on the floor, it can be on our calves, it can be above the knee. So just stay where you are. Keep breathing. If this is easy for you, you can grow your tree branches here or up or even more all the way up. You can just do your best tree. However you'd like to do it, you can make your leaves shake. And if you're feeling really adventurous today, you can even close your eyes for 3, 2, 1. Release that tree. Very good. It almost always makes people fall. You're doing great. All right. Same thing on the other side. Inhale, reaching up, looking between the hands. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. So foot either stays on the ground next to your leg, on your calf, or above the knee. Up to you, wherever you are. Then choose the tree pose of your choice. Your branches here, 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 wherever you'd like to be. And if you're feeling adventurous, you can close your eyes for 3, 2, 1. Okay, open your eyes. Shake it out. Very good. All right, one more balancing pose. Also sort of a bird. Well, no, not sort of a bird. It is a bird. It's eagle pose. So inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Really long extension of the spine. And then on your exhale, we're going to bring the right arm around the left arm. So we're just crossing them over. It doesn't matter which way you do it. You just do it the opposite way next time. And from here, you can turn your palms in the way Kati does, or you can even just give yourself a big hug. So it's up to you. But wherever you are, bring your elbows up and try to feel a stretch in between your shoulder blades. Another nice one if we might work at a computer or reading or holding our arms together. So lifting your shoulders up. And from here, you can stay here. You can practice being on one leg. You could practice being on your left leg. You could just lift on your toes. You can even go as far as to wrap your right leg around your left leg. Good. Take one big breath here. And on your exhale, unravel the way you got in. So your legs unravel, your arms unravel, and you give them a little shake. And we'll go to the other side. Inhale, reaching your arms up, looking between your hands. Exhale, left arm around right arm this time. Either giving yourself a hug or turning your palms in, up to you. Lifting the elbows away from your body. Sitting back maybe, or just playing with being on the right leg. Just playing with a little balance, up to you. However you want to do it. And if you have a good eagle noise, now's the time. I feel like it's a very screeching, shrill noise. Very good. All right, big breath, and then come out the way you came in. Legs unravel. Give it a little shake. Arms unravel. That's a nice eagle. Okay, very good. So from here, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, either step back to down dog or go through your vinyasa. Ignore me, ignoring this time limit. Good. All right. Very nice. We're back in down dog. Now we're going to just lower our knees and come to tabletop the way we started. So now we're in tabletop position. Knees on the ground, weight over the wrist. Good. And from here, we're going to send our hips back towards our heels, really all the way, like our pelvic bone will hit our feet there, and we're going to lift our head for lion's breath. So here we're going to sit back, our hands are in front of us, and we're going to go. All right, one more time. Inhale, big inhale, and exhale. All right, we're lifting up. We're sitting straight onto our heels here, and then we're going to lift ourselves up. So we're sitting on our knees, basically, right? So long spine. Our hands are going to be placed on our lower back. So we have a really long seated position here. I'm going to turn a little bit to the side. And our inhale, we're going to kind of squeeze our elbows together and open our chest. Your head can lift if you'd like. This is camel pose. You can send your hips forward if you'd like. You can lean back if you'd like. However you'd like to go, this is your camel. And I think it says, oh, that's very good. All right, back to neutral. Sit back on those feet. Slide your hands forward. Lion's breath. Lift your head. One more. Inhale through your nose so you have a big, long exhale, lion's breath. Nice, Kim. All right, drawing yourself back up to seated position. Sit on those feet. And we're going to go ahead and swing our legs around in front of us. So we just kind of have our seated in a pike position here. We're going to do one bridge, and then I'm going to bring us down because we only have 3 minutes left, which is so sad. All right, roll down onto your back. Your knees are pointed up, and your feet are fingertip distance apart. So you're going to go into a bridge pose. So your knees are they're not falling out, they're not falling in, and you can touch your heels with your fingertips. Lay all the way back, and on an inhale, send your hips up into a bridge pose, whichever one you'd like to do. Make yourself a bridge for really cool boats to go underneath. And breathe.
Oh.
It goes. All right. Come on down, rolling the spine down. Bringing the soles of the feet together, letting your knees come out into a butterfly position. You can open the palms towards the ceiling. You can even flap your butterfly if you'd like. All right, bringing those knees together. We're gonna cross the right leg over the left leg and reach, if you'd like, you can reach through the hole that you've made, that little triangle, and you can even push back on your right knee. You're giving yourself this like reclined figure 4 stretch. And go ahead, cross the right leg over the left leg and bring your legs out to the left-hand sides for a little twist there. You can give yourself cactus arms and look over your right shoulder. Maybe you see a cat, maybe you see a baby, maybe you see a cat and a baby. All right, using your core, coming back to center and switching left foot over the right leg, figure 4 on the other side. Lacing your fingers on the back of your thigh, your right thigh, and pushing back on your left leg. Crossing your right leg or your left leg over your right leg and bringing your legs over to the right-hand side, cactus in your arms, seeing if you see a cat or a baby or a mom or dad or your partner or books. All okay, all great. Cake. See if you see cake. All right, using your core, coming back to center, giving yourself a good hug. Maybe rocking and rolling your hips in one direction, rolling your hips in the other direction. We're going to roll back up to a seated position. So eventually you might give yourself a couple rolls coming back up into the seated position. Sitting up tall, closing your eyes, and there's a decent chance that we won't be here when you open your eyes because of the 40-minute Zoom limit. But close down your eyes. If we're not here when you open them back up, I want to thank you already for joining me and having a little bit of fun. And I hope that you're also proud of yourself for giving yourself 40 minutes just to yourself, to think about cake, to be silly, to have animal noises, to move your body and stretch your body, and just feel your body with your breath and your movement. And thank you for trusting me with your 40 minutes. I know, even though we're inside, it's still a gift, so I appreciate that. So take your time, feel your body, feel space in your body where there might not have already been space before. So lengthen your spine, some openness in the side. And you can stay in this position as long as you'd like. You can stay here all evening if you'd like. But what I really hope is that you take a smile and a little bit of looseness and a little bit of calmness with you throughout your day. And thank you guys. We'll do it again sometime. I hope to see you soon. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Michaela. Namaste.
Thanks, Kim. See you later. Thank you, Giza. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Mike and Danica. Thanks, Mom, who left already. Thanks, Lisa. Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, too.
Bye.
Bye.